Hi, Stevo again, and I just watched The Young Turks with Cenk Uygur and Anna Caspian. They're one of the people I watch on YouTube, and they've been doing interviews with the Trump turds. And there was one interview that there was a lot of interviews with the Trump turds that bothered me, and I know I have an obsession with the Trump turds, and please forgive me that maybe I'm just wasting my time with them and talking about them. But there was a young man that said that Black Lives Matter kill people. Now, there are a lot of things about Black Lives Matter I don't agree with. But I don't recall Black Lives Matter killing anybody. And another guy said Black Lives Matter was a Marxist organization. And I've noticed that through the years, a lot of conservative groups, when they don't understand certain progressive groups, they always call it a Marxist organization. And they don't they don't even I doubt if they ever read Marx. I doubt if they know who Karl Marx is. I doubt it if they realize that we've had issues in the early 50s where the McCarthy era, where people were judged as communists. They were looking for communists in the State Department, in Hollywood, in the military, and they never found a communist because they don't know what communism means. We've had an American Communist Party in the 1930s. They were very popular, and the J. Edgar Hoover's FBI infiltrated the Communist Party by the early 50s, and they were never a threat. They were never a threat. And it's just irresponsible for these Trump turds to say anything that they don't agree with is communism. Anything that they're afraid of, it's communism. And the thing about their religion is that they don't realize that in the Constitution it's a religion. We don't believe in church and state in the Constitution. Our forefathers were deists. They believed in God and nature. Thomas Jefferson tore up the Bible. He tore up a lot of the superstitious parts of the Bible, and it's called the Jefferson Bible. I think it was Benjamin Franklin that once said that I'd rather have lighthouses than churches. So our forefathers weren't as religious as we think they were. They were followers of the Enlightenment, of Voltaire and Rousseau and John Locke of the 18th century. And they had certain questions about religion. But the Trump turds don't want to talk about that because they're irresponsible people. Now again, I'm an atheist. I've always admitted I'm an atheist. But like Voltaire once said, I will fight to the death for your reason to believe. Even though I don't believe in it. And, if you want to be religious, it's your business. But we should not have a country that picks and chooses religions. And this country is really it's not a religious country. It's not really a Christian country because our forefathers were deists. They believed in God and nature. And so, these Trump turds, their head would blow to pieces if they realize who our forefathers really were. During the early 50s, when someone read the Constitution, they said it was communistic. It was Marxism, the American Constitution. So it proves how far right-wing people could be, and how irresponsible people can be. And so to say that Black Lives Matter has murdered people or killed people, compared to the neo-Nazis, to the KKK, is very irresponsible. It's very irresponsible. But if you talk to these Trump turds, it goes in one ear out the other. They think Trump is a person that goes to church. He's a godly person. And wasn't Trump married 3 times? Didn't he have sex with porn stars? Didn't he say his daughter, he would date her if she wasn't his daughter? So Trump is a religious person. And it's just like, it goes in one ear out the other with these Trump turds, because they're so irresponsible. They're so irresponsible. And like I've said before, these are people who believed in the Tea Party movement during the Obama age. These are people that Trump has accumulated to win the election in 2016. And they're just gullible people. And it kind of reminds me of North Korea. It really does. It does remind me of North Korea. It's so Orwellian that these people follow Trump like he's a god. Like he's going to protect them from pedophiles. And it's just like, I'm such a godly person. And you know what? I can't stand people who hide behind the Bible and don't read the Bible. And as an atheist, it does say in the Bible to love somebody, to love thy neighbor, to love thy enemy, to judge and ye be judged. It does say that in the Bible. But these Trump turds don't read that. They don't read, it says in the Bible to love somebody, to love your enemy, to love your neighbor, to be charitable to the poor. Because they're not really religious. They hide behind the Bible and they don't read it. Because a lot of them live in place where there's meth problems in their states. It's kind of ironic that these are people that live in states with meth problems, with meth addictions. And it's kind of ironic that they're not as religious, they're not as patriotic, they don't know what patriotism means. Just because you carry a flag, I could carry a flag, but what does that flag mean? Our forefathers fought against the British, put together a constitution, put together a Bill of Rights, put together laws. What did they do? What did the Trump turds do? They woke up and farted and turn over, And so it's ridiculous that they call themselves patriots. And it's an insult to people who know what the flag means. It's an insult to people who are very sincere about religion and who do believe in love and who do believe in brotherly and sisterly love and who do believe in, to love thy neighbor, to be charitable. And what makes me mad is that these Trump turds, they hide behind the Bible. They hide behind the flag. But they live in states that have meth issues. They live in states that have problems with meth. So it just makes me angry that they had the nerve to say that BLM is a violent organization. And again, I don't agree with everything that Black Lives Matter does. Black Lives Matter was founded by black women who were sick and tired of their black men being killed by police. Antifa is an acronym for anti-fascist. And they came together because they felt that the government was doing nothing about the Ku Klux Klan or the American Nazi Party. And really, they're not even a group. They're not even a group officially. Antifa. But you're comparing Antifa to the Klan, who have killed people through the years, who have killed people that look like me. You're comparing Black Lives Matter to what? Has Black Lives Matter put a flaming cross on someone's front yard? Person that is a person of color or married a mixed marriage or a Jewish person or whatever? Has Black Lives Matter did that? I might not be the brightest person in the world, but it's very irresponsible for these Trump turds to throw stones at certain groups of organizations that they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. And it's irresponsible to say that everything is a Marxist organization. Any progressive group is a Marxist organization. And they don't even know what Marx means. They don't even know who Karl Marx is. You know? Never read the Communist Manifesto. Never, These people are rubes, man. They're rubes. And it's just... It's crazy that they exist. And they're 35%. I know they shouldn't bother me. I know they shouldn't bother me. And I know they're going to vote for Trump. And I know that they're going to think that Trump is great. That Trump is a godly man. And again, it's like North Korea. It's very Orwellian, Big Brother's watching you, and I think it's a sad day in American society that they have people like that. And I feel sorry for people who are related to these idiots, and they have to deal with them during holiday season like Thanksgiving and Christmas, and trying to enjoy their holiday season, and they start talking about QAnon and all this, and you're trying to eat this dry bird, and it's like, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to eat this bird, You don't even have responsibility to wear a mask, and you got your nerve to talk about anything else because you're such a pussy and you can't wear a mask. You're a pussy if you can't wear a mask. You're a pussy. Anybody that has anything to do with these people, they should disown them until we get a vaccine. So this is a quick one, and I'll come back to you, and be sure to vote and practice social distancing and wear a mask. And thank you.